It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to coming out here every time. I enjoy this racetrack. I feel like it's a great opportunity for us to win when we come to these types of tracks. Michigan here, most all the mile and a halves. So it's I love the racing room. I love what these racetracks present. As far as strategy and fuel mileage and all kinds of things. And the car just isn't quite what we want it to be quite yet, but we're not that great qualifying trim, which is kind of unusual for us. We got a 5th quick or about 10th quick on the initial start there on practice, so I think we're good for race trim for tomorrow or for Sunday, but we need to work on a little bit in qualifying trim. I'm a little nervous where we're going to end up here this afternoon, but we'll make some changes. I think we're going to be all right.
Questions for Greg?
Greg, San Diego 1700 Yale Remington for the media. Last time the race was during the daytime. This time it's an evening race. Does that change your strategy or how the car handles, or how do you operate from there?
Well, it's kind of ironic because last year, you can remember in the spring it rained out, and the race started late and ended up being a night race. And we were about a full straightaway ahead when it started raining again, and had a really, really fast car. And then the next day in the sun on, I think it was Monday, we weren't that great. And, finished, I think, in the 12th, 13th, 14th, somewhere in there. So night before looked like we had the thing won. Next day we weren't that great. So hopefully that's something for us that, night race is going to be good for us.
Jeff Gluck from NASCAR Scene. It just kind of feels like the way your season has gone, you get a good finish and then, maybe a couple weeks where it's not so good, and then you get one. It's like you're capable, the team's capable of stringing together these good finishes, but it never, like a run of success never quite comes in bunches, I guess. Do you feel like you're close or gaining it all to, having a run like that? And obviously this time of year would be a good time for that to start.
Yeah, I do. I feel really close on that. And a lot of those not so great runs have been self-inflicted. Speeding at Pocono, we had a great car. Caught the air hose at Michigan, had to do a pass-through. A couple of the others were, stupid stuff that happened. So I think that when the chase comes, if we make it, that I feel pretty confident that we can put together 10 flawless races. I feel like I can as a driver. And I don't know if our 10 flawless races is going to be enough to win the title or not. As of right now, it doesn't look like it is, because the 18 and 99 are a little bit faster than we are. But they're going to have to put together 10 flawless races also. So hopefully our 10 best races we can put together are going to be good enough if we can get ourselves in these next couple races.
Jerry? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Greg. J.P. Hornstra, San Bernardino's son. Looking at the nationwide race for a second, 5 different race winners in the last 5 races on that nationwide series. Tell me what you've seen on that circuit this year.
Well, there's been a lot to it because they changed the engine package, and that's throwing a lot of people curveballs. The cars have to be set up different. You got to drive them different. It makes it tremendously harder to pass. So, people position themselves at the front of the field and have been able to win races there. So, it's that's a competitive series, man. That series is super competitive, and it says a lot about the competitiveness of that right now. I think it's really good.
Jerry Bunkowski, Yahoo Sports. Greg, in a sense, is 2008 somewhat of a vindication for 2006? Because 2005, you win 5 races, you almost win the championship. 2006, you go in with great expectations, and things just didn't happen. I mean, is this kind of the payback year for you, so to speak?
Yeah, I think so. And when we get in the chase, that's if we get in the chase, I guess that's the thing that I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to be tough on is not making any mistakes. Put together 10 races, and ironically enough, in 06, if the point system was like it is today, we'd have made it. And then we missed it in 07 by a little bit. So I'm glad that we're on our way anyway back to getting ourselves in. And I think that we could be a tremendous amount better right now than where we're at. I think we could be third in points, fourth in points if we just got some of those finishes. There's a handful of them that are just such dumb things that, that's the difference between this year and 06 and 07. 06 and 07, we didn't have a fast enough car. I said the exact same thing exact same thing Denny Hamlin did 2 weeks ago. Word for word. We don't deserve a chase spot because we weren't running good enough to get it. We just weren't. We're just going to take up space. We're going to take up oxygen, in that being in one of the 12. And that's exactly how I felt the last 2 years. I feel completely different now. We're running good enough to get in, and we're running competitive enough to make a run at it. We've got 6 races that we finished 40th or back there a long ways that we were running in the top 5. So if we can just kind of shift the clock back a little bit, and that would have put us up 3rd or 4th. So Darlington being one of them, possibly a win for us, and maybe a couple others close to being a win. So I feel good about getting in the chase, like that we can do something when we get there. But yeah, this year feels a lot different.
Are there any questions in the media center?
No, there are no questions.
Okay, let's go back to Jeff.
This has been kind of a big week media-wise, having everybody has their story now with Carl and Kyle having a rivalry, and everybody's kind of seized on that. Do you see that as being a positive for the sport that can last kind of through the chase with those two guys going at it? I mean, does that help from your perspective as far as attention to the sport?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it helps tremendously, and there are times when you could have created that rivalry yourself, but you want to throw yourself in the spotlight in that way. I'm not saying they purposely did that, but that happens sometimes just racing. And, yes, it's good for our sport. We didn't see either one of them get fined points for what they did, which I could argue a little bit with you on that because history has that should have been and it wouldn't have made a difference, but it would have set the precedence that, you can't spin the guy out after the race is over or run into him, which we've not been able to in the past. But like you said, regardless, it wouldn't have affected their take 25 points from both of them, it doesn't matter. So at least it's been consistent with what we've been doing in the past. But I think that it's perfect for the sport. I think we needed it, yeah. I mean, that rivalry's great, and there'll be a lot of focus on it, and the media will build it up to more than what it is too. So, count on that.
We're broadcasting to the troops all over the world, and we're bringing 1,000 sailors and Marines up here for the weekend. What would you like to say to them?
Well, I mean, I drove the National Guard car for several years and really enjoyed my association with it, and cared deeply for all the men and women that serve our country. And certainly proud of what they're doing for us.
Jerry Bunkowski, Yahoo Sports again. Do you revel in being an underdog? Does that bring out the better Greg Biffle in you, so to speak?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I just like to slide under the radar a little bit. I don't know. I don't necessarily say I like to, but that's the way it is, and I'm okay with that. Certainly okay with that because looks like we got ourselves a good, right now it looks like we got ourselves a good spot in the chase. If we were sitting here doing this, in front of the Richmond race, then or after, I'd be pretty damn excited, being 7th in points. So, and I know that the seeding deal is going to be different, but I'm pretty happy with what we did.